The video you are watching was edited using free and open source software. There is no proprietary software used to edit this video. All of it are free and open source. May 18, 2024, 4 a.m. From my home here in Binondo, Manila, I am on my way to an event hosted by CameraHaus and GoPro. It is a free event, and I am invited, because I am both a cyclist and a content creator. Note that I am only sent there to cover an event. It is not my personal ride, so everything here is public domain. Anyway, first things first is to create content on my way there. So the action camera is strapped on the bike's handlebar. A little sightseeing trip early in the morning. This is Plaza Uchenco. I am overlooking the burned Manila Central Post Office. A very historical building. Moving on, I am now going under Jones Bridge. The other side, going Intramuros. Jones Bridge is more direct and much shorter than Binondo Intramuros Bridge. I'll be climbing up the bridge and do a one-time photo of the Filipino-Chinese Friendship Arch, and photographing the Binondo Intramuros Bridge at dark. I am now in Intramuros. Outside the walled city, the gate is close. That is the shortcut I used to use. In front of Letran College. But the gate is close, so moving forwards and onwards. A lot of trucks parked in the streets, so I am so careful not to get into them. Approaching another gate going to Intramuros. But sadly, it is closed again. Then onwards and towards the City Hall of Manila, so I can take a photograph on its famous clock tower at dark. Moving away from City Hall of Manila, I am on my way to the Manila Hotel. Passing by along the inner sidewalk of Padre Burgos. A few dark and rough sidewalks later, passing by the National Museum, and one right turn later, passing by the gate of the Intramuros Golf Course. Finally, an opened gate to Intramuros. As I enter Intramuros, after one left turn and a right turn later, I am on my way to Intramuros Kilometer 1 bike lane. It is almost 4:50 a.m. The sun is about to rise. I can almost see twilight. I am still around the food stalls here in Intramuros. Then a few minutes of coasting, I am approaching Palacio de Gobernador building. That is where Comelec Manila office is. Now out of the gate of Intramuros, I am now entering Kilometer 1 bike lane. Hop up the sidewalk and into a little unpaved sections later. I am in Kilometer 1 bike lane. I can now see the twilight. Intramuros Kilometer 1 bike lane is a very dark place at nighttime. They never open their street lights, because there are no street lights to begin with. So, a bright bike light is a must here. Be careful when running Kilometer 1 bike lanes at night or at dark. There are unpaved road, potholes and broken pavers that can destroy rims if you are on a road bike. But if are like me who use a 29er as an adventure bike, then it is fine. Just get yourself a very bright bike light, so you can see the roads in the dark. Okay, back to the ride. It is hard to see people moving here at KM1 bike lane. Sometimes, even if your bike light is bright, it is very hard to see. You really need infrared night vision glasses to see them. It is now 5:05 a.m. in the morning. The sun is about to rise. I am still in KM1, being careful not to hit someone. As you can see, it is pitch black and dark. Even my lights is not enough. Because KM1 bike lanes is like a mini forest, full of tree canopies. That is why even with street lights, it is not enough. Because sometimes they never turn it on at dark. Finally, I can now see the light. Arrived at the Aquinos Monument around the corners of Roxas Boulevard and Padre Burgos. In front of the Manila Hotel. Entering Quirino Grandstand. A red light stop, and I will take a break, then trek my way to Rizal Park Hotel, Roxas Boulevard Baywalk area, U.S. Embassy, and to CCP. Now nearing the Manila Hotel. I am running 15 to 17 kph. Not too fast, just a chill ride. Cornering to Quirino Grandstand. The sun is rising. Good morning to everyone in the internet from Quirino Grandstand. In a few minutes of my ride, I will be turning off my headlights to save power. I can now see early morning joggers. And I am closer to Rizal Park Hotel and Restaurant. One left turn later, and I am there. I now enter the sidewalk of Rizal Park Hotel. From there, I will move on to the Children's Museum. The sun is almost up in the horizon. I can now see daylight. Arriving at the Children's Museum. Next is U.S. Embassy. Arriving at the U.S. Embassy and a quick dash in Roxas Boulevard, I can see daylight. A little trail ride around U.S. Embassy sidewalk later. I am now in Manila Dolomite Beach Baywalk bike lanes. This one is maintained by the MMDA. Manila Baywalk bike lanes is also dark at night. They never switch on the streetlights at dark, so cyclists are suffering for poor visibility at night. Everybody is paying taxes in Manila. Why are they not switching on the streetlights? Are they going to wait for another accidents to happen before they do so? Well, enough of the rant, let's continue with the ride. After a short pedal course later, I finally arrive at Manila Yacht Club. And after a few pedal stroke and coast later, I arrived at Philippine Navy HQ. Time for a photography stop at Cultural Center of the Philippines, CCP Complex. A right turn to CCP Complex, I can see bikers, joggers, and morning warriors who are doing workout. Approaching Ballet Philippines and Tanggalan Francisco Balagtas, Folk Arts Theater, now passing by the Breakwaters Coconut Palace. Philippine International Convention Center, at a speed of 9 to 20 kph at a roundabout. I am now at Sofitel Philippine Plaza and approaching the amazing show building. one big right turn later, I am on JW Diokno on my way to the Philippine Senate compound in GSIS. From that stretch of JW Diokno, a little sprint and coast later, I am on Seaside Boulevard arriving at SM Mall of Asia compound. At a speed of 15 to 20 kph, I am able to arrive on time for the GoPro CameraHaus event. This is just one task that my newly set up 29erd is when I got into an adventure. Sometimes a little sightseeing, and a little trail along the way. I was able to do the task I like to do with my 29er with minimal efforts. Although now, it feels more like a hardtail cross-country trail bike, it gave me a comfortable ride. Now I can ride longer distance without getting tired. 29er bikes are not for everyone. But if you have the patience and determination to run long distances, a 29er bike is good for you. Hope you like this video of my commute to the GoPro CameraHaus event venue at the Bikers Cafe Mall of Asia Complex Seaside Boulevard, Pasay City. Till then, see you on the road.